Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something exciting. The reissue of the GGG Series Haman Karn figure, the limited edition one. There's quite a bit of buzz. We've looked into the details for you.
Yeah, and this isn't just, any figure. It's Haman Karn. Arguably one of the most complex, iconic characters in the entire Universal century. Definitely formidable.
She really is. Okay, let's unpack this then. This is a reissue coming from MegaHouse, right? And it's tied to the 40th anniversary of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam's broadcast.
Exactly. A huge milestone. And Zeta plus Gundam ZZ later on really cemented Haman as the regent of Axis Zeon. Just this incredibly powerful figure.
A major player.
Absolutely. A top-tier new type piloting that distinctive mobile suit, the Qubeley, with just, well, lethal skill. I think her popularity even now comes down to that mix of tragedy and her really complicated personality. She's not just a simple villain.
No, definitely not. And what's interesting is how this figure seems to capture that complexity. So what are the key details collectors need to know about this specific reissue?
Okay, specifics. The launch date is December 2025. So still a ways off, but good to plan for. Price-wise, it's 18,000 JPY.
And the size?
It's an 18 scale figure, so it stands about 21 centimeters. That's roughly 8.27 inches tall. It's a good size for capturing detail.
Right, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think, especially if you appreciate the artistry. The design itself, how does it capture Haman?
Well, you see it straight away in the posture. That hand on the hip, the slight tilt of the head, it's pure Haman. Commanding, maybe a little arrogant.
Yeah, you get that confidence.
But there's also maybe a hint of the burden she carries. It's subtle. And the cape, the sculpting on the cape is fantastic. It's really dynamic, looks like it's flowing.
It does, yeah.
And it creates this visual link to the Qubeley, her mobile suit, with those organic-looking shoulder binders. It almost feels like an extension of her power.
I noticed her expression, her gaze, seems really intense in the photos. Is it just commanding, or is there more to it?
That's a great point. The face sculpt is crucial. It definitely has that penetrating gaze they mentioned, very sharp, but maybe also something calculating, even a bit weary beneath the surface. It's not just simple anger. And then you have the technical details, like her iconic magenta hair, which looks quite intricately sculpted. The uniform, too, they've used contrasting matte and glossy finishes on the black fabric.
Oh, nice touch, adds realism.
Exactly. Gives it depth, makes the silhouette pop, and it all comes on a dedicated display base. Featuring the Axis emblem, so it really presents well.
It sounds like it really will stand out. When you put all that together, the pose, the gaze, the finishes, the base, it really does paint a picture, doesn't it? It makes sense why this is kind of a must-have for serious UC fans. For those of you really into Universal Century history, this feels less like just another figure and more like a statement piece. Haman at her peak. Oh, and hey, if you are enjoying this kind of deep dive into Gundam figures and lore, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out.
Yeah, and connecting this to the bigger picture for a sec. Figures like this, with this level of detail, they do such a great job bringing these really nuanced characters like Haman to life. They keep the depth of the story accessible.
Like some tangible.
Right, tangible pieces of the saga. It lets new fans connect and reminds older fans why these characters like Haman had such an impact.
So thinking about Haman, what is it about her story, or maybe her character, that makes her so unforgettable for you even all these years later? What do you think this figure nails perfectly? Something to mull over maybe as you look at your own collection?